Greetings, my beautiful lovelies. It's Emmy. How are you? It's great to see you and welcome back. Today's video is sponsored by Boxu and I will talk about them a little bit later. So today, my lovelies, we are going to be comparing the most expensive toaster I could find with the least expensive toaster and see what the difference in appliance can make with bread. We're also going to be testing two types of bread today too. I was inspired to do so in my last toaster taste video. A lot of you said, why don't you compare it with another appliance? And also from Unbox Therapy, who also tested this beautiful machine. They tested two types of bread. So I said, that's a good idea. So here I am to do that. Now, I first learned about the Mitsubishi T0-ST1 Toaster, which actually looks kind of like toasty if you look at it from afar. Yeah, years ago, I believe it was AVE who first shared it the first time I saw it, and said it was a skookum device, and so I looked at the price tag and I said, what? A $300 toaster that toasts one slice of bread at a time? And here I am today to test it. It actually costs more than that. It's more closer to $400 because I had to get a converter to convert the voltage, because although Japanese appliances have a plug that looks like it's adaptable to US plugs, it fits right in, the voltage is different. So the voltage in the US is 120 volts and in Japan it's 100 volts. At any rate, we're going to be comparing the Mitsubishi T0-ST1 with this toaster, which is a $10 model. I had a toaster very similar to this for a very long time. It was in white and it did an okay job of toasting things. You know, it just toasted bread, which makes a difference often when you're having bread. Very, very simple bread. So simple toaster. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and test out our humble $10 model first. I said that we were going to test that first, but let's take out the unhumble model first. So it comes with a spatula for your toast. Nice, plastic. And this is actually a depth gauge too, so you can measure the depth or the height of your bread. Isn't that clever? Just a little bit of a slickness. T0-ST1 toaster. Very well packaged. Wow. Look at this. That doesn't even look like a toaster. Look at that. It's got a faux wood finish. Look at that, little handles on the top. Okay, so let's open it. Wow, there's a metal plate here. We'll remove this paper. This is so cool. Have you ever seen a toaster like this before? It has like a silicone gasket around the edge here. You drop this down to seal it. And that's it. The buttons are on the front here. That's regular bread. That's frozen bread. That's a bread with a topping. And this is French toast bread. This 4, 5, 6, 8 is the thickness of your bread. This is how you want it toasted. You want it really dark, you want it medium, you want it just light, which they call fluffy. And this is the start and stop. That's it. Beautiful. Look at this. Ha ha ha. So now we've unboxed the expensive toaster. Let us test out the inexpensive toaster. And I've got two types of bread. One loaf that I just baked in my bread maker, my favorite bread maker, the Zojirushi bread maker. I've spoken about it before. Absolutely love it. It makes a great big loaf. So I've got this bread, and I've also got some inexpensive, just white sandwich bread. So we'll try that first. I think what I'm going to do is just taste the bread unadulterated. No butter, no nothing. And I'll do the inexpensive toaster first. This loaf of bread costs $1.32. So one plain slice of bread. This is a hefty loaf. I'm going to slice it. My oldest kid loves the heel. Loves it. Requests it. Always loves the heel. So this is much bigger piece of bread than this. I keep wanting to pull the toaster closer to me, but I can't because the cord's so short. So I'm gonna put this on level 3. It goes all the way to 6. And because I can toast 2 slices of bread at one time. So in goes the inexpensive slice and the homemade. Let's do it this way. All right, here we go.
Nope.
Did I plug it in? Okay, I plugged it in. There's no on-off switch, right? It's just on. Okay, let's try that again, because when I pushed it down, it didn't click down. Okay, let's try it again. Here we go. Okay, you have to push pretty hard for it to click, and it feels pretty inexpensive when you touch the mechanisms. It feels very plasticky, and the build quality doesn't feel all that sound, but it was only $10. Alrighty, let's check this once this bounces. Go bread. I wish I had the camera on when that popped. It was kind of violent when like dong. But here we are, 2 pieces of bread. Okay, here is toast number 1, level 3. A little darker than I would like. All right, homemade bread, level 3. Well, this is kind of on the outer edges of what I would consider almost being over toasted. Notice the top part is not toasted because it was too big for the toaster. Alrighty, let's give it a taste. This is the inexpensive bread. Itadakimasu. Toast! Crisp, nutty, a little bit dry. Pretty dry actually, but crisp. Gotta have crispness in your toast experience, right? But yeah, little dry, kind of on the crouton-y side. But that was at level 3. So the logical thing to do would be to turn the knob down and cook this at 2. But I want to know what the mid-range of this appliance is. I'm also going to test the mid-range of the other appliance. Next, we're going to try homemade bread. This bread and toast has more of a textural experience. You have the crispness on the outside, but the bread itself is chewier and it's not as dry. But let's try this end right here. That didn't really get any color on it whatsoever. That part just tastes like warmed up bread, which I like. So I think mostly this is a matter of toasting preference in terms of wanting it to be a little less toasted. But all in all, toast. Alrighty, let's try the fancy toaster. Alrighty, my lovelies, let's take a quick snack break with our friends over at Boxu. Boxu is a premium Japanese snack box, and they work with family businesses all over Japan to bring you authentic treats every month. And this month's box is this. Isn't it lovely? It comes in this pink box, and this is Kyoto Blossoms. And this celebrates Kyoto, which is a beautiful city. If you ever visit Japan, you will love Kyoto. It's absolutely stunning. But tons of people visit Kyoto, particularly in the springtime, for Hanami. So Hanami is the cherry blossom viewing season. It happens for a very short time in spring, and it's absolutely lovely. The sakura trees, or the cherry blossom trees, open up their beautiful pink buds, and the petals fall, and sometimes it feels like it's snowing. It's still a little bit cool in the air, and people picnic underneath the sakura or the cherry blossom trees. It's a beautiful time of year and a lovely tradition. So this box celebrates that, and everything inside is going to be sakura themed. So here's the beautiful box in celebration of Hanami, and inside has a lovely pamphlet. Each box comes with one of these, and I love this part. There's a map included, and it shows you exactly where all the treats come from. As we go along, there's some vocabulary. And then there's more information about each particular snack inside. Isn't that great? Let's continue with what's inside. So we have a lovely little postcard. Oh, look at those. Those are so sweet. They look like little flowers. It's a little tea, a little waffle cookie. Ooh, sakura milk candy. Slice of pink castella cake. Lovely. Ooh, kalbi shrimp chips. These are my favorite, but I've never had the sakura version. I'm gonna try those. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is such great graphic design. I love it. My brother and I grew up eating these. We love shrimp chips, particularly the Calbee brand, but I've never had this version before. Let's give it a taste. It tastes delicious to me. So good. Not as nutty and toasted as the original, but tons of umami flavor. So delicious. Nice and shrimpy taste of the sea, and salty, sweet, umami deliciousness. I think I like these better than the original. I would buy these again. So if you want to experience Hanmi or Sakura celebration in your own home, Bokksu is the perfect way to do it. Click the link down below and use my code to get $15 off your order. Big thanks to Bokksu for sponsoring this video and for allowing me to make better videos for all of you. Alrighty, so back with our beautiful Mitsubishi toaster. I've plugged it into my converter and I'm going to turn that on. So using the handy dandy spatula, I can check the depth of the bread and see that it's, oh, see that says max right there? That's the maximum thickness of item that you could put in this toaster from right there, that depth. So that's like half, that's a 4. And let's see how thick my homemade bread is. Yo, thick. That's more like a 6, I would say. Okay, so open it up. Place inexpensive bread into the machine. Close it. Goodbye. Choose regular bread, 4 thickness, and medium. It's already on there. Look at that. See those settings? Start. Gotta love those beeping sounds. Bloop. Bloop. I love it. It's like little chirps. Okay, tells me that it's working. Oh, it's rapidly steaming. Yo, look at this. Look at that. You sexy machine. Look at that. Steamy action. What? All from that piece of bread? Yo. Do you see all this steam? I think that's coming out of this piece of bread. Okay, it beeped. Ready? Look at that. That looks about the same level of toastness as level 3 on our inexpensive toaster. Look. But this thing is steaming. Backside. Woo, look how even it is. All right, let's give it a bite. Here we go. Oh, so good. It's different. It's totally different. No, that is so impressive. Same bread, seemingly on the outside, same level of toastness, although this was much more even. Didn't have those grid marks, and the browning is completely even. This tastes fluffier inside. The bread has a real nice lightness to it, and it's moist. And there's a bit of a chew to the bread too. Same bread. The other one was parched and crouton-y, while this is crisp and super tender. Like there's almost no bread at all. It's just really light and tender, fluffy and thin. Oh, I don't need the whole big toast. Wow, super impressed. All right, let's put the bad boy in there. The big bad boy. Alrighty, here we go. Wow, Mitsubishi T0-ST1. All right, toast in the toaster. And we close it. Bread is the same. Level, I would say, is a 6. And start. Beep, beep. Bloop. It's so cute. I love how the sounds are like it's alive. It's just adorable. I'm sure I have Winstons all over my face, but we'll clear them off. For all of you who know who Winston is, let me know down in the comments. For toast comparison, this is a little bit late. You can see the similarity in color. This was with the inexpensive, and this is with the expensive toaster. And you can see how much more I ate of the expensive one. It was really good, even though it's the same bread. Look, inexpensive, expensive. Very similar toast coloration. Okay, more sexy steams coming out. I cannot get over this. All right, let's open this up. Yo, darling, you're beautiful. Toast in the middle. These are a little bit light. This is a little bit this has got a little bit of lines, and that's from my cutting of the bread. So my bread cutting was a little uneven. All right, so we can compare. This is the conventional inexpensive toaster. This is the fancy toaster. Again, this one is more even though both of these slices were hand cut. Okay, enough jibber jabber. Let's give this a taste. Alrighty, here we go. Oh man, my belly approves. Oh my goodness. Again, it does such a great job. The bread is fluffy inside, not dry. The outside is crisp. You have to have crispness, otherwise it's not toast in my opinion. But the fact that the bread remains moist in the middle is such a revelation. So good. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I think the toasting of this is even better than the Bermuda, which if you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link to that down below. Another toaster that came from Japan, quite expensive as well, about $300. You add a little bit of water to that toaster and it toasts beautifully. But this bread is even better. I feel like the fluffiness is more accentuated in this toaster. I don't know how it does it. Something magicness of the Mitsubishi that I know as being car makers manufactures a pretty stinking amazing toaster. I mean, I took this toast out a few minutes ago. It's still fluffy in the middle. Amazing. Best toast I've ever had out of a toaster. Easily. It's all about the texture. This is what this machine does. It creates a beautifully textured piece of toast. Is it worth it? It depends on how important this sublime experience of having toast is to you. If you were to meet it out over a series of days, over a year, $1 a day, you've got it. So altogether, this cost me about $400 because I did have to buy the converter, but best toast I've ever had. Stinking great. No butter, jam, nothing. Just beautiful toasted bread. Alrighty, my lovelies, thanks so much for watching, and big thanks to Boxu for sponsoring this video. If you'd like to try Boxu for yourself and have a little taste of hanami in your own home, click the link down below and use my code to receive $15 off your order. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media, like this video, ring that bell, and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Toodaloo, take care, bye! Alrighty, now to go find something to put on my toast to make this an even heightened, sublime experience. Toast!